Well, over to the TT Pro League now, where W Connections return to their winning ways with a commanding 5-1 thrashing of St. Anne's Rangers to reclaim the lead over Club Sando, but only on goal difference, as they both have 17 points. Club Sando took over the lead briefly when they edged Morvant Caledonia to take over the lead from Northeast Stars, who slipped up against a resurgent Fortin Civic last time out. We have this report. Club Sando dominated this one and should have scored much earlier in the first half, but they had to wait until the 25th minute to finally break through, and it was worth the wait when this beauty flew in from Karen Cornwall, which proved to be the only goal of the game, handing Club Sando 3 invaluable points to climb to 17 and top spot on the table. In the latest installment of the Battle of Law Enforcers, police almost drew first blood when Kareem Freitas popped up and had his effort crash off the keeper and the post, but it stayed out. The Tetron boys would respond and cause the police defense some real anxiety before the final stab at goal sails high. But they would hit pay dirt soon after when they worked this one nicely into the part of Ryan Moore, who finishes in style. He just opened up his hips and guided it home for 1-0 Army in the 27th. But less than 10 minutes later, police were back level when Kareem Perry unleashes this thunderbolt that flew past Andre Marchand in the 36th. And just before the break, they almost doubled up. Only this time, Marchand was alert to the danger, and it stayed 1-1 at the interval. But the lawmen would take their first lead of the match when Kareem Freitas slaps this one in on 58 minutes to leave the Tetron boys stunned. They were almost punished again, but once again, police let them off the hook. But like true soldiers, the Army would respond and came close on a couple of occasions, but still trailed in this one. Then they got a lifeline when the goal scorer Kareem Freitas picked up his second yellow card, prompting referee Rashby McPhee to act for apparent simulation. He had earlier been booked for time wasting. So it wasn't surprising when the Army equalized in the 83rd, Joan Baltazar coming off the bench to provide the spark and the crucial finish as the ball bounced nicely for him. Then they thought they had won it moments later when this one was headed in, but that celebration was short-lived as the referee's assistant was the killjoy with his raised flag for offsides, leaving this one to end in a 2-2 final score. Ruskin Mark, C Sports. Well, in the TT Super League, Guaya United remained on top on points on 26 points following a 3-1 victory over Tobago Phoenix. There were wins also for the defending champ Santa Rosa FC, who blanked police 4-0 thanks to another hat-trick from the informed Karen Clark. But the students at the University of Trinidad and Tobago climbed to second with a narrow victory over their Red Hot Queen's Park outfit. The lone goal came on 22 minutes thanks to Theon James's brilliant header from a lovely cross from the flanks. That seemed to spark the Parkites, who laid siege on the UTT Citadel and came close on a number of occasions. But in the end, they had nothing to show for their efforts as they were unable to conjure up an equalizer and fell to a heartbreak 1-0 defeat that keeps them in 5th place on 17 points, 3 adrift of the students, who climbed to second behind Guaya.